Guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to wrap up my winter TBR and pick a new one for spring. I love these. I'm doing them seasonally, which has been a lot of fun. I'm using a TBR jar to pick out prompts, and I will pick 6 books and then see if I can read them over the season. And I try to post these as close to when the actual season starts based on the calendar. And for spring, it starts on March 19th, which right now it does not feel that way. It is very cold outside right now, but I think it's going to start warming up here. So I'm going to show you how my winter TBR went. I have the 6 books sitting here. I'll tell you if I read them, if I didn't. I don't force myself to read them. I just put them on my cart, and then if I can, I work them in, or if I feel like it, I work them in. I don't usually read all of them. It's just fun, and I like it. So no pressure. They just go back on my shelves if I don't read them right away, and it's totally cool. Okay, so these are the 6 books that I picked for the winter seasons, and I will tell you what prompt it was. Okay, so I picked The Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez, and this one was for a 5-star from a bestie. So my besties have all read and loved Abby Jimenez, so this was a pretty easy one for me to read. This was a second book in a series that she has, and I'm working on series, and I'm working on Abby because I want to read her to 0, and I loved it. Loved, 5-star, loved. Have I said that I loved it? I loved it so much. Listen to it on audio. It's fantastic. Yeah. Next one I have is The Golden Spoon by Jessa Maxwell. This one is so shiny. This was with a medal in the title, so gold is a medal. So I picked this one here. We also read this for our BookTube Besties reading retreat that happened at the end of February, and this one was fine. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It was just okay. And the reason for that is, I explained this a little bit more in my wrap up, but it kind of felt like a cozy to me, and I don't really feel like that is my genre. If I'm reading a mystery thriller, I want something dark and twisted and fast-paced and all that. That's my preferred way to read a mystery thriller versus the cozy side of things that are quieter. Yeah, so it was 3 stars. Okay, those are the only 2 I read. But 2 of them on this pile I still do plan to read. It's just I haven't read them yet, and it's the end of winter. But I do plan to read them, so especially this next one here. So this is The War I Finally Won by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. This was for an animated cover, so this is like a drawn animated cover here. I want to read this for middle grade March, which is still going on. I have till the end of the month. I have till the end of the month to read this, but I definitely plan to still. I am currently reading Amari and the Great Game, and then after that I would like to pick this one up. So yeah, but very, very well could still happen. I can't officially count it, but yeah. So hopefully in my March wrap up you'll see this one as well. And then I had Slay by Brittany Morris. This one was for a 1-word title, and I didn't read it. And I don't plan to right now. I do still want to, so I'm going to hang on to it. It'll just go back on my shelves. But this cover, you guys, oh my gosh. And it's like shimmery. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just didn't get to it, but that's okay. I would still like to get to it someday. Same with The Appeal by Janice Hallett. This one was for a backlist review book. This is a arc that was sent to me when it first came out, and I hadn't gotten to it. So I still really want to. I just didn't this time around, and that's okay. Eventually I will, because I really do want to read Janice Hallett. I've heard really good things about her books. And last but never least is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Now this one is going to be read, because this is a 5-star prediction, and I picked this one for an author I want to read to 0. So I will be reading it. I will have it read before the end of April because it is on my current 5-star predictions. I just haven't read it yet as of filming this video, but it's coming up very soon. I keep putting it off. I'm so scared. I was so excited when I got it, and then I got real scared real quick. I was like, oh, can I? I can. I will, but I'm scared. But before the end of April, it will definitely be read, 100%. Oh, that's the status of my winter. So read 2 were coming up, and then didn't get to 2. So I actually think that's pretty good, as long as I read these 2 that I haven't quite gotten there yet. But I have full confidence that I'm going to definitely read those 2. All right, so let's start picking for spring. So again, I'm going to do 6, and I will pull a prompt, pick a book, and put it on my cart for the spring and see how many I can get to. Don't have a ton in here. Some, but when I pull a prompt, I put it somewhere else and keep it aside. That way I'm not pulling the same prompts all the time. So I'm just going to go until these are pretty low, and then I'll refill it again. Just want to give them all a shot. Okay, so let's do this one. So for the first one, the prompt is, okay. A recommendation from a BookTube bestie retreat. That's perfect because we just had one. Although we've had 3 retreats. So 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. I don't know how many we've had. 3, 4, 3. Oh my God, Sarah, we've had 3. I'm trying to remember. Krista had asked in our last one, how many people have been to 1, how many people have been to 2, how many people have been to all 3. So I guess we've had 3. Okay. A recommendation from a BookTube bestie retreat. I feel like I should go with something that was gifted to me, because there's a couple that I can see just from here on my cart that were recommended at the retreats that I personally have. And one of them was gifted to me from a person who was at the retreat. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so this one was recommended, and it was actually about to be recommended by 2 different people. So 2 people had the same idea for the recommendation, and then the second person changed theirs. I actually think it was Mindy. So Mindy ended up sending me a copy of this book because it was originally going to be one that she recommended. So she sent me Devolution by Max Brooks. I'm really interested in reading this one. And I immediately, put it on my wish list because I was like, yes, I want to read that. And I had heard really good things about it, but then hearing about it at the retreat, so many people on different reading tastes of the spectrum were just raving about this book. And I'm like, okay, Lindsay read this and loved it too. So I'm like, okay, I need to read this. And so did Amanda. So, but Mindy sent me a copy. Thank you, Mindy. And it's time to read it. This one is about Sasquatches. Yep. Number 2. Let's see. Okay, let's do this one. This one is, Advent book. So that's what we used to call our Christmas book exchange. That's what we used to call it, was our Advent book exchange. We've changed it to Christmas book exchange now. Okay, well, I have a cart over here. So I'm just going to go over there and grab one that seems to be calling to me. Okay, so for this one, I am going to pick The Radium Girls by Kate Moore. This is a nonfiction book that Lindsay sent me a long time ago. This is very much an older one, but I've always hung on to it because I really want to read this book. I've heard incredible things about it, and it's about women who would make the radium dials for watches and how their bodies reacted to the radium and like all the aftermath of that. I have heard incredible things about it, and I've heard incredible things about Kate Moore as an author and the way that she tells her nonfiction stories. Plus, nonfiction is something I want to concentrate on a little bit more this year, so this would help me get that goal for sure as well, because I do need to read some more. So yeah, I'm going to do this one. Okay, number 3. Let's see. All right. So this one is, okay. First book I owned from a BookTubers TBR. So I guess I need to go find some TBR videos. Of course, it's the beginning of March, so I could look at someone's March TBR. And I have a few saved. Actually, I have not been watching BookTube, guys. I've been watching Stray Kids. So that's a good excuse to get back to my BookTube a little bit. So I need to watch a couple videos and the first one that pops up that I have on my TBR, I will read that. So I'm just going to pull up, I'll screen record so you guys can see what I'm seeing. I will figure it out and then just pick the first one that pops up. Okay, so I'm going to go into YouTube here, and I'm going to do my watch later because I have a bunch. So let me just find, see, I still have January wrap-ups in here, you guys. How embarrassing. Don't look. Okay, but I want to look at March TBRs since those are the newer ones. I'm good on middle grade. I do see Tia's middle grade March, but I'm set on my middle grade book, so I don't want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, middle grade March. Okay. Okay, here is a March TBR from Olivia.
Besties, welcome back to my channel.
I've literally either read all of those or don't have them. So sorry, Olivia. Okay. All right. What is my next one? Okay. Okay. So here is Sarah Beth. She's playing her TBR game, and let's see what she picks.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Had this for almost 2 years. Let's get the old ones off the shelf, okay? We're gonna do this.
All right. So Sarah Beth, pick the Stardust Thief. And I have that downstairs. I'm actually very excited to read that. That is a fantasy book. I actually looked at it at the store the other day because I was reshelving some stuff and that was there. And I just went, I want to read that. So here we go. All right. Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Yep, I really want to read this one. So I'm actually pretty excited. This is it's a fantasy, but I'm definitely here for this. Every time I look at it, I'm like, yep, want to read that really bad. Don't ask me what it's about. I don't know. I just want to read it. Okay. That was 3. Number 4. Number 4. Okay, let's do this one. This one is... Okay. Okay. Shoot. Do I have any big books planned already? Not really. Just Sarah J. Maas, but that was on my last one, so I'm not going to put that on this one again. I don't want this one, but I'm picking it. I picked it out of the jar. I'm wondering... I wonder if there's like a good romance that's like a longer romance that I could pick. Because I don't think I want to do another big fantasy yet. Especially because I have Sarah coming up and then I have this one that I just picked. And Radium Girls is a big book too, actually. Okay. I want to pick a big book, but I don't want to pick a fantasy. So this is going to take some searching, I think. I'm just going to see if I have a good romance that's like bigger page-wise. Do I have a romance that's bigger page-wise? I don't know. Okay, that actually only took me a minute. So this one is over 500 pages and it's not a fantasy. I recently posted a video about authors that I want to try that I haven't read yet, but I have some of their books. And this one is an author that I have all of her books and I have not read a single one. And so I asked for some feedback on where should I start. And this book in particular got the most comments so far on that video. There's still comments coming in, so it could change, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. And that is going to be The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. So she is a historical fiction author, but she also weaves mysteries into her historical fictions, which I think is going to be really appealing to me. And I've heard just great things about her writing. And this is the one that has gotten more talk from that video. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. It's 542 pages. So definitely a big book. Okay, these last two need to be shorter. They need to be shorter. All right, let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, So author A to Z. So I'm going to do a random letter generator, and I will pick an author whose probably last name begins with that letter. So let me pull one up. Okay, so I have my random letter generator here. It's going to pick one for me. It's set on B right now, so we're just going to go ahead and hit random letter. R. Okay. So, okay, here's what I want to do though. R, I immediately thought Riley Sager. So I think I'm going to go that way. I said last name, but I'm going to change it to first name. It's my game. I can do what I want because I have one of his books sitting on my cart downstairs already that I would like to read soon because you guys voted in my March TBR video about which Riley Sager I haven't read yet that I should read over the other one first. I'm going to read both of them this year because he's going to be an author to zero for me this year. But there's one that won. It was a tight race. Let me tell you, it went back and forth so many times, but in the end, this one won. So I'm going to go grab that. Okay. So the Riley Sager that won is House Across the Lake. So this will be the one that I read. I will not listen to it. I promise. So many of you were like, do not listen to this audiobook. It's terrible. Got it. So I will read it with my eyeballs. No worries. I usually read his books anyway. So yeah, but I'm going to read this one. Starts with an R. Okay, last one. It's a big pile of books. Okay. But I have like 3 months to do it, so. Or not. I do what I want. Okay. Okay. Oh, a book of the month book. Okay. I have lots of those downstairs, so I will go look at my shelves and pick one. Actually, that'll be 2 on this list from Book of the Month because the Stardust Thief I also got from Book of the Month as well. So let me just go down there, see what's calling out to me. I'll see if there's any romance on there. I don't have any romance on here at all. If I have a romance book, that would be good. I'm not 100% sure I do though. Okay, be right back. Okay, I don't have any romance on my Book of the Month shelf, but that's okay. But I did pick this one. So I'm going to go ahead and go with I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. This is a young adult historical fiction novel, and I want to read all of her work, and I only have 2 more to do until she writes another novel. She does have a nonfiction, and that's more about writing craft, and I'm not a writer, so that's not going to appeal to me, but her fiction, definitely 100%. I love her writing. So I'm going to put this one on there. This is set in Romania. Yep. In the late 1980s. So, but I love her writing, like I said, and I have no doubt I'm going to love this one. Okay. Stacking these up. That's a hefty, these are hefty books. Yeah. 3 of them are over 500 pages. It's fine. This is all good. This is fine. But I am very excited to read all these. So let me know your thoughts down below. And hopefully I will get to most, if not all, of these books in the spring. We'll see. All right. I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.